Hey everyone, welcome back. My new ape hanger handlebars came in, I got them installed, and we're going to talk about it, so stay tuned. I decided not to do a full install video like I did with the saddlebag lights. These bars came from KST Customs, and they have an excellent video with a full walkthrough of how to remove your old bars and install these. So instead of reinventing the wheel, I'll give you the highlights and my personal experience with it. KST offers a few different handlebar styles. For the 1996 to 2023 Batwing fairing bikes, these vary in price from $175 to $385 and vary in width from 34 inches to 37.5 inches. KST offers a few different wiring options as well. You can use all your own wiring and just buy the extenders that are needed for around $50, or you can have them pre-wire all the wires into the bars except for the throttle-by-wire module for $100, and then they run a pull string for the throttle-by-wire cables so that you can just pull them through the bars. The third option they give, if you're willing to have the downtime, is you can send them all your handlebar controls along with the grips, and they will wire everything up so that all you have to do is plug the wires into the fairing area. This option costs $170. The last option is they will send you all new wiring, including the throttle-by-wire module, and including new heated grips if you want them, all pre-wired into the new handlebars. This option costs either $300 or $600 depending on if you're buying new heated grips or not. I contacted KST before ordering the bars to get a recommendation on which size bars to get. I gave them my height and let them know I was looking for a little more handlebar height but also wanted the grips a little closer. They suggested I go with 12-inch apes. The next challenge was which bars to buy. I tend to be frugal, so I opted for the least expensive, the 6-bend kickers. My biggest concern with these was the width. These are 36 inches wide. Harley-Davidson stock handlebars are 33 3/4, I think, so these are a little over 2 inches wider than stock. Having short arms, that's a bit of a concern for me, but these handlebars are also the easiest when it comes to running wires through them, because instead of having a sharp corner to get the wires around, the corners on these are rounded. The next decision was wiring. I was going to go with the option of sending all my controls into KST for them to wire up, since I'm not a big fan of dealing with wiring and electronics, but I changed my mind when I took my grips off and discovered that my heated grips are wired all the way back to the battery area. Heated grips are supposed to be wired to a connector inside the fairing area, but mine are not. So I went with the pre-wired option where all I have to do is run the throttle-by-wire through the bars with the pull string they provided. I had to modify the heated grip wiring a little bit from KST's instructions because of the different wiring on my bike, but it looks like it went back together okay. Putting on 12-inch ape hangers blocks the mirrors, which is a safety issue. KST offers brackets that drop the fairing mirrors on the Batwing fairing about 3.5 inches so that they are below the bars. I'm not really keen on having my mirrors below the bars, and those brackets are a little more expensive than I think they should be, so I bought a set of mirrors. They should be in today. And because I have short arms, I pulled the bars down a little bit to bring them closer to me. I took my first ride yesterday afternoon while the weather was half decent, and I have to say that I'm surprised at how much of an adjustment it was. I found it much more difficult to control at low speeds. I think it's because of the handlebar width. I'm curious if anyone else who has ape hangers has had issues when switching from regular stock bars to ape hangers that are wider. Did you have trouble getting used to the wider bars? Any tips for me, or is it just a matter of riding enough to get used to them? KST does make more narrow bars that are only 34 inches in width, but they are at the top price tier at $385, and I really don't want to have to return these and spend an extra $200 on different bars just to get the narrower width. So any thoughts or advice, leave a comment below. On another note, I know in my last video I talked about doing Honda's second update, but they still have half a dozen bikes that haven't been updated yet, and I'm hoping that will soon be done so I can give you a more comprehensive update video. But I'm not going to wait too much longer, so that should be coming in the next week or two. In the meantime, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care everyone. Stay safe. See you on the next one.